I think we don't ask for a lot. Just peace, friendly relations, and getting these embassies up and running.
I think you need to have a closing statement where you pitch something along the lines of the acting UPD of Los Santos has done nothing but prove that they are trying to, drive hostile relations with the sovereign nation of Sanguine Isle, and that we should be taking an opportunity like this with the Senate and a base conversation like this to strengthen our relations and willingness to work with each other rather than continue to drive that wedge.
I think after the presentation, or if it gets going, then you could ask for like a little more and wait to see like how much they like it.
Well, so here's what I'm saying is if we get these things, then basically we can probably get whatever we want because we have the good relation.
Well, also, there's things like it'd be really easy to ask for stuff in the future. Like once this got moving, then ask for like a little more once they see like things are going well, if they even are on board, you know?
Yeah.
The presentation is to prove your innocence, that you're not like the aggressors, right? So...
It's to prove that we are being painted negatively by Aegis, and also to strengthen relations with Los Santos by doing this shit and having the embassies and whatnot.
You should add Sanguine to the embassy part.
Yeah, we have an admission that the commissioner and other people are basically just looking to incite whatever war they can. Like, all we need to do is prove to the Senate that that is fact.
Right, that's pretty much what I got.
How are they going to deal with a war with the island when they can't even deal with the wars in the city?
True.
They're gonna partner with Cerberus. And
just remind them that they've already lost a war on their home
I think the senators are going to want
They literally already lost a war.
Let's not bring that
island.
up. Let's not bring that up. And let's definitely not bring up that we supplied the lost. Anything.
Or we could.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Senate,
we'll do it again.
I'm just going to be honest with you.
No,
we supplied the lost. And the lost won that war.
We didn't get paid, so it didn't count. They still owe us.
The lost. They won that war. This police department is not serving you well. Let us do it instead.
Yeah, let us help you strengthen this. Yes, they won. They destroyed the police.
Maybe not we, but maybe like the island,
I'll just literally say, listen, Senate,
you say we, that immediate, because you were in the guild at that point. That immediately puts blame.
I'll just say, listen, Senate, I supplied the lost of the war.
Let's not bring that up.
Listen, that's the Lord of War strat, though.
It is. It is just big dicking.
Yeah.
And it's saying if you thought that was... Yeah, but if you tell them you thought that war was bad, you have no idea what you're about to get yourself into.
No,
they're just gonna like flip the table over and be like, "You're done."
Okay, they're done. I would like to see
the senators could arrest you on the spot. Like, well, you could be in the war. Yeah, they could just execute you. They could.
No, it is technically true.
Okay, if the senators command the whole city guardsmen to arrest Yaeger while he's in the presentation, they will.
If you're on Los Santos grounds, they're gonna do whatever they want.
Under exact direction of governing bodies to be there for a diplomatic meeting. They cannot just arrest you without cause. Saying words is nothing.
Yeah, but what if they say that we don't have that law here?
And who's gonna stop the senators from doing that?
Okay, so who's gonna stop us from just executing any cop that comes to the island whenever we feel like?
The army they're gonna send when you try that. Yeah, the war.
So planning to go to war.
My point is, if they're asking Yaeger or the governing body of the island to come and have a discussion about next steps, then I'm telling you, if they make it a move to arrest him, that is a very, I mean, not that they really give a fuck, because apparently they don't, but that is a very bad look politically.
It doesn't matter. They're the end all be all.
Us, who they're at war with.
The legislation says the Senate have the power to amend anything at any point in time.
I just think
I say we bring bombs into that Senate room then.
That's not gonna matter. They're really tanky.
You sure about that?
What if they can't?
Yes, I'm positive about that.
Okay, maybe we could consider that.
I watched somebody shoot one with an automatic rifle, and he turned around and said, "Hand me the launcher." And he got a rocket launcher and shot them outside the courthouse.
I'm telling you, I might Lord of War this.
I respect.
Okay, hold on.
I'm in for it.
So
but if the PD like attacks Yaeger, does that mean that it's technically an attack on the island because he is
the
Senate?
Yeah. He's the leader of a
which
foreign
would
nation.
make Yaeger untouchable in Los Santos.
That's what I'm saying. He has diplomatic immunity, but
Which
they
is
refuse
why-
to.
Who?
I don't view it that
Do
way.
you think they're gonna give him diplomatic immunity?
Under
No.
this
This is
context, they
happening.
legally should. Yes.
Well,
They won't. It's not happening. They're not going to see it this way.
Thank
it's
you,
not this
Delver.
complicated.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Delver.
I'm with them on. There's no way they're
Thank you,
gonna
Delver.
go
no,
with that.
they're
Listen, you can Lord of War that shit, but everything else
They're
is
just going to say,
you guys
I
are
don't
just
care.
wrong.
No, there's a solution here. Then you tell the Senate if they want to have their meeting, they can come and talk to you in the embassy of Los Santos, on Sanguine Isle.
And then
No,
they
we-
invade.
We don't make it hard. We don't make it.
I
You
think-
can Lord
I
of
think-
War,
I think
but
this
all
is
the
easy.
rest of
I'm
this
going-
is extreme, and you guys are ignorant for thinking otherwise.
This is what's going to happen. I am going to use the PowerPoint we have created, unless one thing happens. If there's a senator there that makes me mad, I'm going to start threatening him, saying how I supplied the Lost War, and I'll do it again. But the Lost War will look like a joke compared to what I'll do now.
Okay, fuck it.
That is not gonna go well for you, and
That
you
is
know
a
that.
horrible idea.
What happens if
Well,
they
what the
try?
fuck would you know,
What
Delver?
if they try to?
That
What if they
idea
try to
is
cuff you
fucking
on the
stupid.
spot? What if they
Guys,
try to
stick the
arrest you right
slideshow
there?
And we will
Who
have
got- who
unlimited
got cuffs here?
power.
Who got cuffs here?
Or
I got
Who has
cuffs here.
Cuff me.
I got cuffed.
or maybe the senator
I'll
wants
break
more
him.
power.
he did it.
I'll break it.
Yeah, what happens when they have how many city guardsmen are going to be there at this meeting? How many other
happens
people are
when-
going to be there?
What
And
happens when the
when
Senate
you admit to
blinks at you and you're
treason,
cuffed?
when you admit to treason, which they can arrest you years later for, they decide to arrest you on the spot for treason for helping the lost, then what are you going to do?
Maybe they're not like that.
Like I
though.
said.
Yeah, but the whole point of the slideshow is we're trying to get in good terms with them. If
Yeah,
you
that's
really
the whole
wanna do
point of this, is
something
to be
like
on
that,
their
that's
side.
down the
No,
line.
listen to
You don't
yourself,
have
though.
to. No.
You're saying that the Senate just makes up their mind anyways, and they don't care for laws. So why the
Yes.
should you? Why would you not meet them halfway then, and not care either?
Because
they
you-
want to.
because-
The Senate probably wants more power anyway.
What? Because we're not trying to big dick them. We're trying to get on their good. The whole point of this
Yeah,
is to
I
get on their
understand
good
that.
side.
I will not start threatening them. But if it
Okay.
starts going south, I will start
No,
threatening
if
them.
it
Okay,
goes
yeah,
south
that's
and they
fair.
say you're gonna do it, then you say it, then
So-
you start big dicking them, and then you threaten them, and then they'll be like, okay, maybe he's got a point. Let's work with him.
Here's if it's 100% going south, undeniably, Yaeger. I mean, look, I'm just gonna bring it up because it's already been brought up. If it's going south, and you know for a fact that the senators have already made up their mind and they're gonna push this thing, and all you need to tell them is, Knight was on my case for something that was taken from my island without my permission and against the law, right? And if you think the Lost War was bad, just wait until you find out what we're still holding on to over there from when we took over. Like, we will
Yes.
absolutely destroy you.
I have been threatening
Yes.
my nuclear bomb on everybody
We need
lately.
Nick Simone's Tesla tank.
The end goal of this slideshow is to not have a war. That's why I arranged a meeting
Yeah,
with
but-
Crane the other day and stuff.
Okay,
But we're
here's-
being told every time we make a counter argument that the senators just do what they want and make their own decisions anyways.
yeah,
Yeah,
we,
which is
but
why
okay.
we have to present that it's a good
Everyone
thing for
listen.
them to
Here's
not
the
make.
whole point of this was to basically suck up to the senators, even though we know they're insane, to try to frick over Brian to like circumvent the city guardsmen so that like we can make this deal and like stop the city guardsmen from doing this. And it means we're gonna have to make the senators happy even if we don't like them. That's the whole point
the
of this
ones-
is to suck up
I
to
do
them,
like them. They're
basically.
badass.
There's a couple senators that I know, and both of the senators that I have met loved like orgies and getting super high and
Lots,
and
yeah,
just doing
we're
a bunch
bringing
of shit.
a lot of drugs
Just
and
offer
a
them
lot of
free,
beer.
full covered vacation packages to your island whenever the
Well,
fuck
we were
they
gonna
want.
offer them property as well.
Both of
Just
those
tell
could
senators
work.
they can-
Yeah, both
Just
of
tell
those could
senators
work.
they can come and have orgies and do as much coke as they want and get crazy, and it'll never
Give
make
them a
its way back to the
passport.
mainland. Yeah, give them passports.
Okay, yeah, throw those in there. That would be quick bullet points.
Tell them they're here on official Senate business, and we turn a blind eye. We don't care what they do.
All right. I added Senate business on island, and we also give them a place to stay. That way, they're like, "Oh, this is cool. Hey, bring our enemies to us," and we gather them up and bring the enemies, and then they execute them old style.
Yeah, and if they say some shit like, "Why the fuck should we work with you? We'll just have you executed and take the island."
Then you do it. Then you
And then you
send it.
say, "No."
then I say the war shit. But What if they're like, well, this time we have a lot better weaponry, then I'll just threaten to sink the island so they don't get to have it.
But they might
Then you
open with a
say-
question like that, like, why should we work with you instead of just murdering you?
You got
Like,
to
that's something they would say.
You got to say we got weapons of mass destruction, but not on the island.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if they stormtrooper the island?
Really unlucky that Lang has most of my uranium, but not
You could
all of it.
also make a vaguer threat than you do, or that you're planning to, Yaeger, and you can say something along the lines of, "Look, I don't know who gave the weaponry to the Lost in their succession attempt, but I promise you that if you come for Sanguine Isle, we will make that look like child's play."
I think the more we overthink it, it's not great.
I mean, we can
Keep it
amend this
simple.
as time goes on.
Well, it sounds like we don't have that much time.
Yeah, there's no time.
Yeah, this is. I'm actually should send this to Crane as soon as possible.
You should.
So
Wait, if you give this to Crane, are you sure there's going to be a meeting, or are they just going to look at that?
well,
Yeah, see, that's what I'm worried about. I think
I
I think
can-
wait and just
I'll
say that
call
we
Crane.
want to present.
What happens if they look at it with Brian Knight and Brian Knight coerces them so that
he's-
everything he says is Bible?
That
Crane-
has to be like conflict of interest and tampering, right? Like surely
yeah,
they
Crane
wouldn't allow
kind
that.
of
Yeah,
made
but-
it sound like it's going to be separate when we talk to him.
Yeah, but the Senate
call
doesn't
Crane.
care about rules. They'll just do it.
yeah.
See,
That's
this
true.
whole argument of like the Senate not caring, but also being the people that govern everything is insane to me.
Yeah, well, get a grip. You've lived here for 3 years
mean, Trey-
almost.
We do the same shit on our island.
Yes and no. We're not
Nobody.
that insane.
No. Yes and yes.
Trey, they're the same as us.
You guys are the Senate. You are living that reality.
I just have people executed.
Yeah, and so do they. They shot Tony with a rocket launcher in the courthouse in front of everybody.
Oh.
It's
I
pretty
seen one
wild.
go
Horrible.
into a tank and drive to the barrio and blow the place
that
up.
motherfucker was in a tank and shot down his own helicopter. I'm pretty sure.
I think me and these guys are gonna get along.
I'm pretty sure. One of the senators shot down Air
Wait, that's a
One
good
in
way to look
fucking
at
tank.
it, Yaeger. That will help you. You think of them as allies that think just like you, and you guys could get along.
Exactly. Are we good? You guys want to get the out of here?
Sure.